Well, good morning. It is November 7th, day 151 on the trail for me. It's a little after 7 o'clock. I've left the Plum Orchard Gap shelter area. It turned out to be a somewhat interesting night. No rain, which is good. But at about 4 o'clock, the one guy had an encounter with a bear. It evidently came up to his tent, and he had his pack sitting up in the tent, no food. And the bear knocked over his pack, waking him up. And he evidently saw the bear's face through the mesh screen and immediately yelled at it, waking up everybody. And the bear ran off. So that was fun. Otherwise, an uneventful night. One other hiker came in after I made the evening video, and I think he's planning on doing the same miles as me today. So I'll probably see him again tonight. All right, well, plan for today is about 15 and a half miles. That'll get me to the Trey Mountain Shelter area. Today's a little tougher than yesterday in terms of the elevation gain and loss. I think it's 5,000 up today, 4,000 down roughly. But only 15 and a half miles. And so far, the weather's looking okay. Hope it stays that way. And it's no fun hiking in the rain, but you know, you do it if you have to. All right, well, as always, if I see anything interesting, I will grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. All right, so it's been an hour since I met Kelly and resupplied, and took a little side trail to a vista. The weather's been pretty nice, if not maybe just a little warm, but yeah, we've got a decent view here. So it's been a couple days since I've had a good view, and this one will work. Yeah, here we go. Not sure which one that is. And we've got good view here. See some mountains in the background there. Some color on the hills. Alright, so that was worth the 0.1 off the trail. Alright, I'm gonna get back to it. About 13 miles in, and and just stopped and talked with a guy who was hiking northbound. His trail name is Slow. And, we were just talking about, okay, well, where are you headed? And I mentioned, if you stop here at this campsite or this good water. And he said the same about where I'm headed. So, those are the sort of things that we talk about when we're on the trail. If if you run across somebody that's going in the opposite direction, you pass that information along. And we're talking a little more. He's from Clearwater. Okay, I know where that is. He and his wife, Steady, hiked the entire trail last year. And just, when you meet someone else who's hiked the entire trail, and here I am, just about done with it, that I can do. You find that you have a lot of things in common. We started just talking about different areas of the trail that were very difficult, and you find that Madison is tough for everybody, and I told him I had a difficult time around the saddlebacks. He's like, oh yeah, that was a tough one too. But it's this shared experience, and he talked about after he and his wife finished the trail, they took a long road trip home, and then when they got near home, they felt like they didn't fit in anymore. And I got to admit, I felt a lot the same when I came home for those 3 weeks. And everybody was coming up to me and congratulating me on what I had done. And here I am feeling like, but I'm not done yet. And it felt weird being home, even though that's the place I really did want to be. But you're just out of sync with the normal life, whatever normal is for you. I'm hoping that when I get back now, since I haven't been out so long after the 3 weeks at home, that I'll be able to fall back in sync quickly. But they talk about a lot of hikers have a post-hike depression, and because you get used to it, even though sometimes it sucks being out here, but you get used to being out, and then you're out here in this amazing wilderness, and then you're home, and with everything you always want, it's just not the same. So I'm hoping that I do a better job when I get home this time, and fit back in with these new experiences I have. Alrighty, well, it's been a beautiful day. I'm still surprised. The weather report said it was going to be raining today, and so far maybe just a little sprinkling earlier. But I hope it stays dry overnight. That's always a good thing. But we'll see. All right, well, for now, here's the trail. I'm on the short Blue Blaze to the shelter and in an open spot here with a nice view. It's a bit cloudy, but hopefully the rain will stay away again for the evening. All right, so I'm at the Trey Mountain Shelter, and it's about 5:30. I believe the weather report, it's supposed to be a nice, cool night. Not too, there shouldn't be any rain. We'll see. And it said it was going to be raining all day today, and there's nothing, so who knows what it's going to be. But yeah, I think today was probably the toughest day I had remaining in terms of elevation gain. The rest of the days look easier overall, and for at least for that. Tomorrow I'm looking at another 15.5 miles. Excuse me. And that'll get me to, I don't remember, a Low Gap Shelter. Yeah, I think that's the name of it, Low Gap Shelter. But again, it looks like it's slightly more descent than climbing tomorrow, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, not much else to say. We got a couple good views today. Nothing, great, but a couple decent views, and probably it's going to be more like that the rest of the way. When you get to the most of the peaks of these mountains, they're covered in trees, so you got to hope for an outcropping somewhere. Some rocks that you can hopefully see out to the distance. And there's just not as many of them here as up north. But it's been okay. All right, well, as always, if you've stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. And I'll see you again tomorrow on the trail.